sports. It's in the game.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. I cannot maintain with madness on my brain. I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, so wild. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gonna do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Yo, it's y'all people crazy? Be swayzy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave, my home is the cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'ma pull papers, it's all about the papers. Caught the papers and now they wanna stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no. Started. Act written, you got it. Had it, should've shot it. Now you're dealing departed. Get at me, dog, gonna rip. This one here, I flip. No, when I kick, gonna be some slick. What would that look for when I walked in the door? Oh, you thought you was raw? Cause now you on the floor. Wishing you never saw me walk through that door. With that. Now it's time for babe. 2 more today. Got the floor blown. Yeah, that. Another unsolved mystery. It's going down in history. They never did to me. Can't get to me, got to make a move. Got a point to prove, gotta make them prove. Got them all like, ooh. So to the next time, you hear this dog rhyme, try to keep your mind on get crime. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Point five, do what I should, man. Point five, do what I could, man. Point five, do what I should, man. Point five, do what I could, man. Point five, do what I should, man. Point five, do what I could, man. Point five, do what I should, man. Point five, do what I could.
I ain't never got the same, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can be the good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby.
It's week 5 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the 49ers. And it's coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Play action. Now Purdy. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go play action here. Purdy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Garindo, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And just shutting him off there. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Niner defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Levis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Levis to throw once more. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Little bootleg here, Levis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin on the ground with Guerendo. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, Godwin. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. You look at this Niner defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Guerrero on first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Spears, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the middle with Guerrero. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Another try for Guendo. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Titans' 24-yard line.
Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Levis sets up to throw here. This pass deep for Okonkwo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In motion left goes a tight end. Levis looking to throw. That's complete. It's Josh Riley. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible. 2nd and 3. Okonkwo holds it in left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And here's a give to Spears. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Off the play fake, Levis rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
3rd and goal. Here's Levis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Josh Riley, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you back. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Levis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Levis back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And Levis going back to the air. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. Nifty move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Able to push his way through. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Spears, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Spears will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Purdy. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Running from the gun with Howard. And bulldozing his way through. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Niners have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense had quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And now a run with Spears. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And Spears with another carry. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Levis to throw it. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff running right, Garendo. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 2. Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. A give running left now, Garindo. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for San Francisco, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.